Hi there, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to animate a character in Animate Studio.
Tutorial!
Alright, now as you can see I have already drawn my character. In fact, this character was drawn in a previous tutorial, so if you want to know how to draw a character you can check that one out. But anyway, just to give a short description of what we have done, we have created different layers for each body part, the hair, the ear, the mouth, the nose, and so on. Then we have put all those layers into one group layer and we call it the head. Then we have created different layers for the arms, the legs, the hips, the body, and so on. And then we have put everything into a bone layer. And the reason why we have created a bone layer for this is because that way we are able to add bones to the character, and if we move those bones we are able to move the character. So I'm just going to get started with it so you see what I mean with that. First I'm going to take the add bone tool. I'll zoom in for this one. Now I'll start with the hips. I'll hold my mouse in and I'll draw a simple little bone right here. This is what we call a bone. Now I'm going to make a bone for his body. I'll draw one right here and make it bigger, like this. So one thing to keep in mind when you make these bones is you have to make sure that they are connected, and you make them connected with each other by selecting the bone. For instance, right now this bone is selected, and if I take this tool right here, the select bone tool, and I'll click here, it's unselected. But you have to make sure you select the bone, otherwise they won't connect with each other. I'll take the add bone tool again, and while this bone is selected, I'll draw a bone for his neck. And if I take this tool again, you see that this one is now connected with this, and they have to be connected, otherwise it's going to be very hard animating the character. It's going to be really messy. I'll take the add bone tool again and make sure this one is selected, and I'll draw a bone for his head. Now I'm going to make a bones for his arm, and I want to make that bone selected to this one. I'll zoom in for this one. Take the add bone tool and I'll draw a bone right here and one for his hand, and you see that they are connected with each other. This one is connected to this bone and this bone is connected to the body bone. Now I'm going to make a bone, the bones for his legs, and I want them to be connected with this bone. And wait, zoom in for this. Take the add bone tool and draw a bone right here. Then I'll select this bone again and I'll draw a bone for this leg. And you see that they are selected with this bone, and this one is selected with this, and everything is selected with the body bone. So now each body part has a bone on itself. If I take the manipulate bones tool, you see that surround these bones there are transparent regions. This means that everything that is inside those regions will be moved with the bone if you move it. So let me just show you how that works. If I move this bone, the whole character is moving with it. But of course this is not really the way we want it to be moved. This is not how we want to animate the character, of course. So we'll need to fix that. What we are going to do is we are going to connect the bones with these layers right here. So what you do is, to get it back to normal, you just go to frame 1 and everything that you've done just removes. So first what we are going to do is we take the bone string tool and we are going to remove these regions right here. And what you do is, with this bone, you click on it, you hold it, and you move your mouse to the left so the region gets smaller and disappears. And we are going to do it for all of the bones right now. There we go. Now what we are going to do is we are going to connect the bones with the layers. So we'll start with the head. What I do, I take the bind layer tool, and then all you need to do is to click on the bone you want it to be connected with, and in this case it is this one. Now it's connected with the head layer. I'll do the same thing for the arm. I'm going to select this one, and for the leg, the right leg, hips, wait, this one, now this one, the hand right here, body, and his neck. So now if I go back to the bone layer and I'll take the manipulate bones tool, you see that this bone only moves the arm and the one that it's connected with, which is the hand. And I see, if I just saw it right, that this bone needs to remove his region. But anyway, as you can see right now, if I move this bone, only the head layer is moving with it, and same thing is for the body. Only the body is moving, and anything that is connected with it, as I've shown you previously, everything that is connected with this bone is moving with the body bone. So now you have your character moving the way you want it to be moved. Just to check and if they are all doing good. You see that they only move what is connected with the bone. So now that we have done that, I'm going to show you how to animate the character in Animate Studio. So what we are going to use, we are going to use the timeline right here, and the timeline, what you're going to do is you pick a certain point on the timeline. You have different seconds, you have 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and so on. You pick a certain point in the timeline, and then you move the bone, and everything, then between point 0 and the point where you selected, the character is going to move. So I'll just show you how it's done. If I take, for instance, this point, after 1 second, and I'll take the manipulate bones tool, and I'll select this bone right here, and I'll move it like this. You see something that is called a keyframe. Now if I go back, you see that the arm is moving back. So now we have created animation. And I'll just delete them. You don't have to start with frame 0, of course. You can also start right here, for instance, after 3 seconds. What you just do, you just click on the bone just 1 time, and then you go to 4 seconds or anything else, and you move it like this. And if I go to frame 0, it's still just the same, and nothing happens till after 3 seconds the arm goes up. So that just simply explains how animation works. Animation is not only dependent to bones, you can also use other different layer tools, like this one, the transform layer tool. And if I go to frame 48 2 seconds and I'll move it right here, you see a keyframe is also selected and it moves from here to there. And so there are thousands of things you can do with this. You can make him walk, you can make him jump, you can make him talk, you can do whatever. And I'm going to make different tutorials in the next few months on how you do all that. But this tutorial gives you insight, gives you the basics of how you animate a character. So anyway, I hope you guys learned a lot about this, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you like this video and you want to learn more about Anime Studio, then please subscribe to this channel. I put weekly tutorials on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I also make animations myself. I upload them within 1 or 2 months, so if you're interested, you can watch those too. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.